Another question from Anonymous. Could I ask if Qenda removes heavy metals? I am 26 days in and felt pretty awful with extreme exhaustion, fatigue, and migraines. Um, yeah, so Quenda's got Corella in there. So Corella is known to be like be able to take metals out of the body. So, but it's not specifically the Corella's in there to help take out the metals. But if you wanted to do a heavy metal detox, I would recommend like zeolite. Um, you can message JD and he'll send you a link to my favorite zeolite. Um, I can't remember the brand name, but JD can send you the link. Yeah, it's liquid zeolite. Have I got any near me? No, I don't. Yeah, so yeah, feel free to ask JD for the link for zeolite. That's what you'd use for the heavy metals. But you're saying 26 days in, I've felt pretty awful with extreme exhaustion, fatigue, migraines. So first thing, when you're taking the Qenda Ultimate Fibre, the water that you're mixing with the Qenda doesn't count to your daily intake of water. So you're mixing 400 ml of water with the herbs of the Qenda, shaking it up, and then the water that you've mixed with that actually absorbs into the Qenda and turns to a jelly-like consistency. So if you're drinking Qenda, you want to make sure you're adequately hydrated, because they say when you put more fibre in the diet, you need to hydrate yourself more anyway. And a common mistake I see with people is they think because they've mixed 650 to 800 ml of water with their Qenda and drank it, that's 650 ml, 800 ml of water that's part of the daily intake, and that's not the case. Like I said, the water mixes with the Qenda to make a jelly-like consistency, and that jelly-like consistency absorbs through the intestines, and it's also there to carry toxins out of the body. So firstly, make sure you're adequately hydrated. And you said you're feeling pretty awful. Secondly, make sure you're having the correct serving size. I know some people, I've heard they just go on one scoop, and some people are all right on one scoop as a maintenance. From what I've heard, I always recommend two scoops because that's the right amount of antiparasitics, antifungals, etc. But I've also heard people doing one scoop, which isn't enough. It can be enough to aggravate stuff, but not enough to for example, 21 of the 30 ingredients in Qenda actually have anti-inflammatory properties. So you want to be having the full 2 scoop serving to make sure you have enough of those anti-inflammatories to calm down your body and just reduce inflammation in your body whilst the Qenda's doing the rest of the healing. So we spoke about hydrating yourself properly. You can even put a pinch of water, a pinch of salt in your water. Hydrating yourself properly. Also taking the Qenda properly, and extreme exhaustion, fatigue, and migraines. Yeah, there could be the rare case that you're actually intolerant to one of the ingredients as well. If you're doing both of those things, there is a small chance that you might be intolerant to one of the ingredients. Qenda is a lot of the ingredients aren't ingredients you'd normally have, but some people just have intolerances to certain stuff that they've just had all their life. Like my body just doesn't like chili. It never has, and I guess that makes sense because I was all my ancestry is English basically. So yeah, so I felt pretty awful with extreme exhaustion, fatigue, and migraines. Yeah, obvious answer is making sure you're hydrated, making sure you're taking the Qenda properly, and then if not, it could be a possible intolerance to one of the ingredients. So get back to me, let me know if you was like when I say hydrated properly, you know if you're hydrated from the colour of your urine. If the colour of your urine's like a light yellow or a clear colour, you know that you're hydrated. If it's a dark yellow or a lighter brown colour, you know you're dehydrated. So that can be um, a good a good way to test whether you're hydrated or not, basically. And then with migraines, it can be so much. Like you can have a stiff muscle in your neck, like your pillow might not be good, your mattress might not be right, you might not be sleeping right, you might have been dancing a bit too hard and pulled your neck. Like I get I have to get my neck massaged quite a lot. Just after I had a whiplash, crashed my car and got whiplash, and then I do seem to get headaches up there. I've never really suffered from migraines, but there's so many different factors that go into migraines. Obviously, I'm looking at a very bright light right now because that's what I use for my videos. But ideally, I'd have blue light blocking glasses over my eyes. Um, but yeah, let us know your thoughts on that, and then get back to us on that one, Anonymous. Let us know that you're doing that. And Qenda, because it's got Corella, it does remove some of the heavy metals, but really you'd want like a nanoparticle zeolite drops